Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Meticulous Talks Invitational on March 15th. I'm Chris Accords.
And I'm Grandpa's.
Welcome, Grandpa's. Always great to be on stream with you.
Same here. Thank you for having me. Always glad to help out.
Well, tonight I've got, both a special and also, to some extent, regular occurrence here at the Invitational. It's the annual Bugle versus Pancake game.
Rigged.
I don't know. The universe has just got it in. And we did have that one year where they didn't play each other in the first round.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As
Nope, don't believe it. Didn't happen.
As I think Bugle mentioned when they were doing the recording, it's like, if next time around they don't play each other, then we have the established pattern of 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off.
This is fair. But that is not the case this year. For we do have the matchup of, as you were saying, two Titans who have come to expect this each year and maybe prepare for it. And also collaborate? Question mark?
Question mark? I don't know if it's really a question mark. I think I guess that was in the channel, but they've admitted as much, at least somewhat, this year. But yeah, we'll see if we get to this. They do have a couple of similar decks in there. Although I think, as I said, yeah, we'll see if those ones end up getting played or not. But Pancake, best known as a farm specialist. Bugle, total jack of all trades. Dare I say, master of all trades, almost.
I would say that you could put a deck of any archetype into Bugle's hands, and with a cursory overview, he would probably be able to pilot it more than adequately. And if this is one of his own creations, then he's going to be able to pull out all the stops and spot interactions and synergies that most people would just gloss over, and find lines of play that are so precisely crafted to maximize the value or momentum generated that it is truly something exciting to watch. As you mentioned, Pancake knows farm inside and out, and what continues to astonish me most about Pancake is this extends to just about any format of farm, and certainly any main or color combination that I've seen so far. It doesn't matter if he's aggro-oriented farm, control-oriented farm, combo-oriented farm. The way that he can craft a list and play to his outs, even when circumstances either in a meta or in a custom ban list like what we have for invitationals here might not be conducive to that archetype, it's really kind of astonishing the results he can still put up with that.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter if it's blue or orange or purple or yellow or... has he ever played Yona Farm?
I don't know if he's ever played Yona Bar Farm. I was just about to ask about that.
Not quite like the tip of my knowledge.
No. But I bet he could.
I'll bet you he could, yeah. All right. You want to get into the decks for our first game?
Let's do it. What are we looking at first?
Alrighty, so we're going to look at Pancake's deck first. As mentioned, farm, I guess it's up on the screen now. First game of this match is going to be Adventure, and Pancake opted for his blue Rainbow Dash farm. Fairly classic farm main, although, there are a couple of, there are G5 new generation cards in here, so it's not a super classic Adventure list.
Yeah, what are we looking at as far as new things? You've got 3 Opalines and 1 Sprout. Sprout makes sense. Being able to find a board wipe that doesn't depend on you having Catajack is obviously important. And Opaline is just the lowest power epic troublemaker that Core or Adventure have right now.
For 2 points, and still the villain thing. and some small counterplay against counters.
Yeah, true. Pegasus Crystal, because Pirate Ship was nice, but main phase timing is cringe. So let's just do that faster.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we have in here? Taking a look to see Pastry Crest, sure. Tiny Plushy Dash, why not, right? Plus, very, very useful against decks that may run methods of exhausting, as that has historically been one of the more frustrating things to run into with Ambassador of Loyalty, as not only do you want her power for, challenging the troublemakers, but you also want her to be able to exhaust to move during the main phase in the event that she loses. Being exhausted shuts off both of those. Pastry Crest says no.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's not G5 or New Generation, but this is the first time we've run with the prize wheel stuff in Invitational, or at least with Consolation Prize. That's a pretty big farm addition.
That's true.
Dare I say something that Pancake crafted for himself?
Maybe just slightly, And Dodgy Shopkeeper, while not quite as ridiculous as its first version was, still shows tremendous strength in farm. I am curious to see how it's going to do here, as Pancake's card types are, consolidated pretty heavily into friends and troublemakers, with resources definitely being there as additional support. But most resources that Pancake would want to be playing here are unique. Staff of Sikonis, Consolation Prize, Flash Magnus's Shield. I can't remember if Pegasus Crystal is unique off the top of my head.
I feel like it is, but I'm not sure either.
Right. Because of that, the odds of playing another one of those cards for the sake of triggering Dodgy Shopkeeper, a turn early by having a third type, likely not going to happen. So he's probably looking at least 2 turns to get value out of that, especially since there's only 4 events in the entire list.
Yeah. It'll be, well, it does see itself, right?
That's true. It does, as a friend, right? Troublemaker, that would be 2. And then the next turn, you would play, presumably, Friend and Troublemaker again, or Troublemaker Resource if you don't already have one of the resources. We'll see how it shapes out.
Yeah.
The interesting thing here is the selection of Nightmare Moon, Night Vision as one of the key cards. And I think that is probably best explained by actually looking at his opponent's list.
All right, let's get over there. All right, so Bugle, playing with that Lyra main, an updated version of the old standby, originally crafted by Eminently Sensible back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, feels like it's almost as old as the hills at this point, despite the fact that it couldn't possibly have existed before Equestrian Odysseys.
I mean, it's true, but we forget how long this game has been in print and play mode. Pukum's first appearance in a really competitive tournament that I can recall was the first Ciderfest Continentals in 2018, and then 1 year later, it swept the thing.
Yeah, that was a year. Was that the year where we had the absolutely gigantic Rockhoof, where he got it up to plus 16 or whatever?
Yes, that was the one when it was in the atrium. Now, Hithrock says 2019, cough, cough. 2019 was the year it won. 2018, I believe it actually did make an appearance, but don't quote me on that. I was reviewing old lists from yesteryear a few weeks ago, and I think I saw it there, or at least an initial version of it. But yes, 6 years ago. It was a hot minute.
But yeah, as we mentioned, the Nightmare Moon over in Pancake's deck, Pukum, deck that likes to have a mitt full of cards because it's got a pile of card raw in it.
I will fully admit that Pukum's strength and quality of performance continues to elude me somewhat. Because there are still cards here that, even after seeing them work, even after seeing them played in synergy with each other and even understanding how things can grow completely out of control, I still don't put nearly enough respect on Haven Bay or Rockhoof as just getting big or incremental sources of card draw. And yet, that's kind of the foundation of the deck's concept. It's just the pieces that support it that have gotten better or more efficient over time. And you've picked out some good ones here.
Yep, that the early Apple Bloom play, absolutely essential, especially if you can pair it up with your message from the past. Um, the Garble, especially in a matchup against Farm, where there's going to be flipping happening. Forcing your opponent to discard extra points, probably because our hand's going to be full most of the time. Sounds wonderful. We mentioned Pancake Deck being full of resources, so Bugle's resource removal, which I believe is just the Big Mac.
He's also got the 3 Daisy Lily and Rose Lux.
Yes, fair
But
enough.
I don't think he has any way to be able to exhaust those resources by himself. So it's mostly going to be reacting to an opponent activating Staff, Consolation Prize, Pegasus Crystal, whatever it happens to be.
Yeah. And then Bailout. We were talking about the exhaustion effects against Farm being so annoying.
The exhaustion effects are definitely powerful, especially in a list like this one where you are far more reliant on your friends or your characters than you are some of the event trickery. Uh, if you look at Pancake's Chaos Farm lists, for example, which have often run Grogar or Starlight, right? Those decks kind of don't care what happens to the main in the face-off because there's just so much extra power and the flip average is so high there. Not that the flip average isn't high here, it still is. But they really don't need that 3 power body to be able to clinch a face-off. They've got far more tricks than that. The other thing that is interesting here is the 3 copies of Just Clanning Around. So if Bugle's trying to play this mid-range aggressive strategy, then being able to replace a problem where he's denied Pancake the ability to clinch that challenge on a previous turn means, hey, that's another full turn of setup waiting for another troublemaker to flip. What is going to be most interesting here is this is the first time I think we will have seen Pukum running a different value engine than it did before. AT value engine, that is. Previously, it was Apple Bloom Remarkable alongside Follow My Lead. And the pirate ships, which had been a hallmark of that deck back in the day, are still here. So Apple Bloom, discard Follow My Lead, pay 1 less for your next card, play a Haven Bay or a Pirate Ship, activate Pirate Ship, move Haven Bay, get Follow My Lead back. All that's great. We're done with Follow My Lead now. Instead, we're into Message from the Past. Pros, you can activate or you can get this cycle rolling without needing to move anything. If you're already set up at a problem and you don't want to have to invest action tokens or use your resources to be able to move your cards around, you don't have to. Con, you can only do this once per turn cycle because messages, once on your turn because message will banish itself. You can't get it back prematurely in the middle of your turn.
Good point. Yeah. I was thinking a message is like mostly an upgrade from Follow My Lead, but yeah, the fact that you can't do it more than once with the same one is definitely something.
So we'll have to see. Either way, it is certain to be an entertaining matchup here with decks that we've seen established track records with, but some fine tuning that's gone on since some of the more recent set releases.
Okay, and with that, you think we should get to it?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Roll for first. Or decision. 9.
9. 14. I believe I play first.
Okay.
All right, let's see what opening hands are like. It's not a bad option for Bugle.
Oh, fridge.
Definitely got
I will keep.
things to do on
I
first
make that
turn.
decision first.
Yeah, I think I need to. That would be a fine second hand, but I don't think I
He
can.
didn't have a lot of
effectively
friend
replace.
support there, although he did have the epics. This one's got a few more options. The consolation prize will be big, so.
Yep.
I will choose orange, gain 2 AT, pay 1 for Apple Bloom, Sauce Apple Bloom, discard Pirate Ship, play Rockhoof. Let's see, where does Rockhoof want to live? He's probably going to 4. Rockhoof can live here for now. Pass the turn.
All right.
Early
Two
Rockoff
AT.
can get. Oh, sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say early Rockoff can be pretty scary.
Think for a
Early
moment.
Rockhoof can be pretty scary. Now, a turn 1 Rockhoof
You're
isn't
allowed,
necessarily going to do anything since
fortunately.
neither main
If
is
I'm allowed, my
flipped, and
opponent
there's
is
nothing
ostensibly
else
also
here
allowed.
above
Yeah,
1 power
theoretically.
on the board right now.
Yep.
But I would hazard a guess that
So,
Bugle is planning on effectively emptying his hand as much as he can and
1 AP
flipping
for a
Lyra
dodgy.
next turn.
Okay.
This power counter will just be the bit counter for the moment.
And now there is a 2-power character on the board.
That's true.
But that's a
1 AP
Trixie.
For a troublemaker.
Okay.
Yep. Now, Rockhoof still can't be frightened, but shutting off the abilities
And
there
go.
will stop Rockhoof from growing.
Okay.
Can he?
Rockhoof
But will
is
the
jealous of the
ability
shopkeeper.
not get turned off before
Oh,
the
that's a
will
in
good.
trigger?
fact
That's a
get
good
bigger.
point. Good catch.
I will draw a card. And gain 2 AT. I get to do that too.
That's a little awkward because he's not going to have the rec to play that right now. He's missing the pink. He hasn't seen anything yet
Discard.
indicating that he would need to play that. The
ponies.
consolation prize didn't come out early, so he's got
Play
several more.
Haven Bay to home.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 1 for Pirate Ship. Pay 1 exhaust. Move Haven Bay. Trigger Traveler.
Power counter, yep. There's the
+1
engine
counter
here.
on
You
Haven
got
Bay,
Apple Bloom, Haven Bay,
trigger,
and Pirate Ship out
for
already.
ability, draw
A
card.
just about as strong a start as you could hope for, with the one exception being he doesn't have
Go
a
ahead.
message from the past yet.
But yeah,
AP.
when Pukum is set up and
They want
going,
to
it just feels like a symphony to me of just all
Draw.
these triggers and everything synergizing with
Troublemaker.
itself.
Oh, that actually scares him.
Screw your Rocco.
That's not
All right.
fair. The
Um,
one troublemaker in the game.
I will then face off against Trixie.
Okay.
Dash
Flips,
5
pancakes up to
versus
5
6.
rec.
Ooh.
Well, a 7's a high
Ooh,
flip,
hold
though,
on.
so
And a
That's
2.
So
on Pancake
13
side.
to 7.
7.
I don't think he's got a method of being able to
Okay,
finish this
13
here.
to 7.
Yeah, that's
In
a
fact,
rough one.
I can
Yeah.
guarantee you he does not have a method of doing that.
It's the risk of throwing that in here.
Yep.
Okay.
But again, not much
Um,
lost here, just really a single turn.
Let
He'll
me
exhaust
think
dash,
about
move it back
plan
up.
changes then.
Sure, yeah. That shaped the whole turn.
I would assume he's going to be playing a. Well, will he play the trash
I'm
on
going
Pirate
to
Ship now,
exhaust
or is he going to play the
dash
consolation prize?
up
Because consolation prize
then
is
pay
actually going to
2 for a
be.
consolation prize.
Yeah, well,
That
we know
would
what's
move it
coming
to-
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yours.
Okay. Ready.
But sometimes you just have
ready,
the perfect hand for
game 2.
disrupting
Draw
farm here
cards
early on.
turn. Weirdly, I believe it is correct for me to challenge here
All right.
because of Trixie being a jerk. Oh no, I lost. Who could have
What-
seen that coming?
what a
Would you like to
terrible-
flip an additional card?
No.
Okay, let's see.
But yeah, Big Mac for sure.
Yeah, Big Mac for
can.
sure. The question is, does he just ditch the Lyra to save one
It's a
action
little
token?
sad, so I don't
Or
think
the
we do
Bonbon to
it.
save one action token? And yeah, I think so.
Exhaust. Actually.
Does he
But I
want to
didn't
draw
pay the
and see
cost
what
of
else he could
that.
discard
That didn't
first?
happen. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to discard this card anyway. Exhaust Bonbon, play Rockhoof's Shovel.
Yep.
Exhaust Shovel, do the thing, get the card.
Yep.
Yada yada yada.
Just isn't bad.
Pay 2 for Big Mac.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now this is actually kind of an issue
3,
because
5. Can't
with Big Mac
confront
there in
this
play
turn,
and Pancake
so I will
only
move to
holding
my
on to
end
tactical
turn
maneuver,
step
those two
Yep.
trashed as his
and
method
eat
of resource
3
removal
consolation
are
prize.
on
Which
limited
is
time.
just the rudest thing imaginable.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, each one
Here,
buys him
I
only a
made
single
you this
turn.
prize, but I eated it.
Yep.
Draw a card. Dash and exhaust a bit earlier.
All right, let's
will
try
move
this
the face
again
off.
and see how this
Sure.
face-off goes. It's a
Okay.
little more than
9
at
to
expected.
9.
9. Hold on.
Sure.
You have 1.
Does he play the GG
Yeah.
just
let's
for
go
the
to
sake
the
of
second
doing
flip.
it? No, it goes to another flip. Okay.
3, 2.
4.
You're currently down by
down.
1.
Yep. I am going to play GG.
Okay. You are currently up by 2.
And I am going to
Pop
wait.
immediately.
Yeah, pop immediately. I mean, you have a reaction, but like
I do have a reaction. I am not reacting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We see
Alright.
a shopkeep.
Get the,
You're
yeah,
now
get the
up
value
by
of
4.
shopkeep. That's pretty strong.
score a point.
There's a counter on his main too. We know how much farm decks love to do that.
1, 2.
At this point now,
Turn and dash.
unless I'm mistaken, with the exception of Pony of Shadows, Dash will be
Turn and
capable of
GG.
matching or exceeding the power of
And
any other
3
Troublemaker in
cards?
Pancake's deck by herself.
3 cards.
Speak of Pony
yeah,
of
that's
Shadows.
right. Phew, yeah.
Any response?
Nope.
Or then I will take my
Okay.
2.
These will go on the bottom.
And get a
You're
confronted
up 3
trading
points.
for
3 points.
what it's worth.
Assumedly soon to be 4
Another
points,
epic,
but
right?
you might exhaust
Yeah,
Dash. I don't know.
where is the... Yeah, that makes sense, right?
I will
Because
play a
the beautiful thing
Troublemaker.
here is with Pancake still having access to harsh accusations, even if there is a face-off that takes place at Trading Traditions, which is pretty likely, he's still going to be in a good position to pay 1 to move up unless Bugle does a true DFO.
Right.
Which, again, he could.
And I'm going to trash
Hey,
Rock Shuffle.
Interesting.
that's rude. I was
It is.
using that.
I'm aware.
I guess having the
and then I will move
duplicate
to confront
trashed
purple.
here is
Okay.
going to
Here's.
Can't believe you would.
mean one of those can
Throw
be
my thing in the
fed
trash
into this
just
just
'cause
to
I ate your
deny the 1
consolation
power counter and the
prize.
card draw on Haven Bay for free.
Well, it
so
only buys me a turn, but
Let's see. Gain 3. Rockhoof is still scared. Draw card for turn.
in
Okay.
Melted's pretty good.
Interesting.
Another piece of disruption to, well, have.
That being said, that pastry crest in hand, this is where she starts to show her value
Do that.
over just a traditional plushie dash.
That's a total of
Bugle is
318.
confronting harsh
Okay.
right now.
Exhaust Apple Bloom. Discard Melted Expectations. Play
Just
Jest
for
for 0.
free, flip black. Yeah.
Pay 1. Exhaust Haven Bay over here.
Oh, not yet. Interesting.
Do the thing. Exhaust. Draw a card.
I guess, I mean, if he's going to confront Jest, he'll just replace Trading Traditions?
I suppose.
Well, we're 100% doing this.
Okay, so yeah, I guess he's just aiming to replace the trading over.
And I think we will, in fact, also
Okay,
Dream
beautiful.
Seize you.
Yet again,
Is it
another potential
more?
perk here with Haven, or
Yeah.
with
Anything but
Haven Bay.
Pastry Crest here.
For Pastry Crest, not
Which
Haven
is
Bay.
a little
Pastry Crest.
sad, because I think that's the card I want to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can choose anything other than Pastry Crest.
Let's see.
Swear,
Is he
'cause
really
I know
taking
what
tactical
I
here?
would
He
hit,
might
but-
just take tactical.
I'm pretty sure the correct call is Pony of Shadows here.
It makes sense if there's only one troublemaker.
Just which one did I not write? No, I wrote down 5 and I got rid of 1. Okay. Okay. So you have those 4 left. Okay. That's fine. I'll move to score phase.
Yep.
Confirm for a
Kick
point.
Trading Traditions out.
And replace my problem. Yes. Ooh, hold on.
Oh, now that's pretty good.
I'm gonna name Pastry Crest.
I was gonna say that's
Frickin'
Pretty good sequence there.
better lucky than good, I guess. Or both.
Go ahead.
Now lunch break is an option.
fair.
You'll pay 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sadly I could not replace both problems.
Yep.
And this way I at least pay. Boo!
Now,
hoping it works.
technically, Pancake should have paid the 1 before he saw the draw.
I am going to face off against Shadows.
Okay, 6 versus 7. Come on.
God.
No. Okay.
Alright. Shadows goes there.
So are we going to
One
see a
that's bad.
Thunderlane
Nope.
Alright.
Nope.
or a Plushie Dash? We see a Plushie Dash.
Yep,
That's
that makes
pretty
a lot
good.
of sense.
Pretty good. Is there a way you can
Ooh,
DFO
okay.
here, I wonder?
I'm feeling in danger now.
2 AT,
Yeah.
tactical maneuver. You need 7
You
and
need 2 of your
5.
characters, you have no AT.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yes.
at
I
instant
think
speed,
yes,
so
he
can.
can.
I do
It's
anything
awkward, but he
for
could move Dash
fancy,
over
yeah.
to Jest, move Gigi over to
7's so much. So I
Harsh
cannot. So I will
Accusations, and then
simply
play tactical maneuver
hold
on the
GG
Plushie
right
Dash
there, I
Mhm.
think.
on Harsh
Makes sense.
to get the DFO that
Score
way.
phase.
Right.
Yep. Score phase, move
Yep.
to confront.
But yeah, he's
Okay.
only going the single. I guess it's
Flip.
extra work for only
Okay,
one
hold
more
on.
point, basically.
Right.
So I have 13.
I have
Assuming he wins this
6,
face-off, that is.
9,
11.
11. I did not think I was going to miss out on that point.
Okay.
Yeah, he still kicks
I'll
the
take the
dilemma out
flop
of
then.
there, and not the worst thing in the world. You really got to get rid of that as soon as
You
possible.
could have won
so.
it, but I agree it wasn't worth spending the tactical on it. Nope,
Yep,
that's fine.
sorry. Well, I could if I'd moved Gigi there, I would have been fine. But I was
Oh,
trying
sure.
to...
If you had moved GG there. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
No troublemakers for Pancake, though, so that
my
is
deck
going to
sometimes
be
flips high.
Yeah.
It just usually
a
flips
little
very
tricky.
low. Gain 4. Draw a card for turn. Interesting.
And that problem is
I
great
think we'll
with
go
Haven.
ahead
Okay.
and exhaust Apple
I-
Bloom and discard a card
Okay.
I
for a
will
floating discount.
Yep.
I will respect
Then we'll pay 2 and
Haven a
boost
little
and
bit
draw
more with
8
some of the
cards.
extra synergies here.
Yep.
There's 2 messages and another Apple Bloom.
Okay.
Starting to look pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. We want to
Not
start
a lot else in terms of pressure,
doing
admittedly, right?
things.
Yeah.
2 messages, a
Ideally.
Brayburn, another
is
Raku
typically
Shovel,
the
not
point,
really
yes.
useful. Another one of those dilemmas. It's okay, but not stellar.
Cash,
1
fast,
bailout,
tactical.
so.
Mystery.
But he got the engine going, and that's what's important. Now
forgot
every
to do
card
something
that gets
last
drawn
turn.
after this is
I wasn't going to mention it.
is going to provide that much. It's going to be able to benefit from that Apple Bloom engine. So.
Well, it might happen this turn.
Beagle just now realizing he forgot a Big Mac trigger.
Okay. I think we're going
It's
to
that too.
pay
I
0
had just counted that trash as being gone.
for Apple Bloom.
Mhm.
We're going to exhaust Apple Bloom and discard message from the past for a discount. Now what do we do?
You should probably trigger message's ability.
Let's see. You're at 4.
I think you just set it
I think we're
aside.
going to play so
general.
many questions for 0.
Okay.
Then we're going to pay 1. Exhaust pirate ship, move Haven Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Haven Bay will get 2 counters, and then exhaust for a card.
Yep.
Proceed to score phase.
You got it.
Okay, I will take a point. Proceed to end turn step.
There you go.
No, I refuse. You got it.
Okay, we will chomp.
Now,
Go ahead.
Pancake's going up to 6 here. If he draws a troublemaker, he might
Oh,
just
I will
get
play the
message
lunch
back at the
break
start of your turn.
immediately.
Yep.
We will have to
Pay
see.
1. And move.
Because he's not waiting to see
Okay.
if that's the case.
Or-
Well, he
yeah.
can do it anyway, so.
Well, I
Dash
mean,
there.
And he has to do the trigger
dash is
first,
part of
though.
the card.
Troublemaker?
Then I draw.
No troublemaker.
Not quite.
Maybe still worth.
Interesting.
It'd be 40 for, well, 1 point for sure. I guess
I do.
move up your dash and
Yeah, because
There
the
we go.
dash move is free, right?
Okay.
And so you could, move up dash like this,
Ooh,
play
okay,
lunch
that's
break,
fun.
Dash up.
pay 1, draw. Next turn, play staff for a turn if you had to, frighten Big Mac, or
1 to
Haven
draw.
Bay.
Okay.
Shopkeep. Okay.
Um,
I think you use 1 here. I think it's worth it.
then
he agrees.
I'm going to play lunch break.
Agreed.
Oh, okay. Fascinating. Sure.
That is
I will
extremely
move
banished, I
confront
believe.
harsh accusation.
Yeah, we
You
catch
have
that.
a point.
All right. I
That
will
card
go
is
to-
not allowed to go to discard pile after being
Oh,
played.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will go to my turn
Mm-hmm.
for AT. Nothing on harsh. Draw a card.
Okay. Well, he can't lunch break again here, but he might not want to. He might just opt to play.
I'm going to play
Yep, there we go.
Ooh, okay.
Shopkeep.
Then play a
Yep.
troublemaker over
Now that you
to
actually have +1
Bugle's
counters.
problem.
Great. Love it.
Save 2 for tactical to deny a key
Um,
confront off of Haven if he had to. Although Bugle knows
Troublemaker.
about that. Oh, he's playing it to his
Troublemaker.
problem. Okay. Well, he's probably got some problem synergies there. That makes sense. I don't think you need to do anything else here. I think you can just save.
And I'll sit on that and move
There
the score
is,
phase.
I mean, there's a
Okay.
bailout in Bugle's hand.
Great.
That's
So
probably
yes,
coming here.
I have 6 there.
You do.
Harsh accusations for a point.
Yep, that's fine.
So many questions for a point.
We'll bail out your main.
Okay.
Discarding message from the past.
Yeah. Does he opt to? And he did put back the other message. Good. Does he opt to play tactical
I
on
will
Plushy
then-
Dash here?
Oh, I don't have. That's from the counters.
Because he needs 6, right, at that problem?
Yeah.
Oh, but right, that's not additional power. Right, marking. See, this is why you mark it with the other counters so that I don't mistake
Okay.
them as power
That'll be
counters.
yours.
Okay. Start of my turn. Ready cards. Gain 4. Retrieve message to my hand.
Dash is double.
Ready more cards. Draw card for turn.
In all honesty, this is
Okay.
probably fine. Tactical is
we're
going to be
gonna
better
exhaust
served
Apple Bloom
resetting Haven's
and
power.
discard message from the past. We're gonna exhaust Apple Bloom and discard message from the past.
Yep.
We are going to play
Not the like
Daisy, Lily, and Roselet.
Bugle, of course, is gonna want to face off, but it's not the easiest face off to win.
No, it's not.
And we are going to pay 1 and exhaust pirate ship to move Big Mac here.
Let's see, that's 4, 5, 6.
And
Needs one more. The shovel can do it.
off and put a counter on the flower ponies, I want to say.
I think count on flower ponies is fine.
Yeah.
It potentially lets you play a little bit of face-off chicken later if you need to, and Big Mac will continue growing
I have a
regardless.
lot of AT. Do I want to do anything with it? No, I'm not going to do anything else with my AT. I will proceed to score phase.
All right, you got them both.
Okay. Take 2.
Okay, let's see flips.
Face off.
Face off, yeah.
So pre-face off, I am counting 9 versus 6, 9, 13.
Yes.
5 flips from both.
So you're at 18.
Well, I think Crystal's only
I'm
3.
at
Or is
12.
it 4?
Yes.
That's 3.
It's
And if I
okay.
take out
Yeah, all the crystals
6,
should be 3.
you're at 12 as well. So that is worth 2 points. I will tactically maneuver Haven.
Okay, so they're scared. I will pay 2 and exhaust your shopkeep and disable shopkeep's abilities this turn.
We'll still get that counter
Shopkeep
first,
is
yeah.
up to 3 though.
And then I will
And before.
dismiss shopkeep.
Right. Okay.
And then shopkeep is gone.
I think that's still a tie.
Yeah, they are still tied actually, thanks to
10.
Fire Ponies exhausting.
I'm at.
That's
yeah,
true.
you did that.
Yeah, because I exhausted here.
7.
And 1,
I'm
2,
at
3,
10.
4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, so
4,
that's
5, 6,
still a
7,
tie.
8,
Yeah,
9,
that was a
10.
mistake. Oh,
Did I
well.
miss something here?
2. Okay.
How are
you
they?
win the face
Oh,
off.
the 5 flip, not the message flip.
All right.
Yes. Okay, well, Pancake claims 2 points there, which is
Yeah, I didn't
pretty
think
huge.
that through, sadly. Oops, that's not
I
what
mean,
wanted.
it prevents me from popping shopkeep, so it's not terrible.
I mean, yeah, but I should have put the counter on Big Mac.
Tiny mistake.
This was a flip card?
I can see why he would have put it on flower
card.
ponies, though.
Okay.
Especially being up by 4 in the face-off.
All right.
His flip average is not tiny.
Double-agent gambit. Interesting.
Where to put that magic counter?
Get
Probably
back my
on the
messages.
problem.
I don't think there's any other good spot for it.
Proceed.
There's not.
Yeah, sorry,
if
I'm
there
thinking
were
about the
disruptive
magic counter.
cards that cared about counters,
Oh,
you could put it
sure.
on something else because a DFO is still worth 2 points regardless because of Bugle's problem.
I guess technically I don't have the messages then, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'll just do that. I don't think. The scenarios in which
No
I have to brain
immediate
harder
speed
than
movement
that
here
are.
is bad, so he'd really like to see something off
Sure.
the top. Let's see what he gets.
Okay. Dash is now
Half ready
normally
dash.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Nothing pre-turn. Draw.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one of those.
Chrono flip.
you
Man.
could just slam that down if you wanted to.
I don't know if it's
I
worth.
will
Well,
take
it's-
and pass.
2 face-off points.
Ready.
You can confront with you win. I think you actually win the game if it works.
15 for
But he did opt to
nothing
not
before
confront.
Let's see, 5.
draw cards, so draw
He'd
cards.
be down 1 in the face-off. He's had pretty bad luck with many of his flips
Okay.
so far, just because Bugle's been
One,
flipping message and pirate ships and dilemmas and such.
Fair enough.
Move.
Either way, he opted to wait.
Lyra?
Which is fair. He's got a little time here. Now, Lyra's going up. Bugle's got the engine, as previously discussed, and is looking for a payoff here.
A 1. Use Bonbon's main phase ability. No.
Yeah, and as Pancake notes in the chat, Bugle did have 1 AT banked up. A bailout would have been devastating on that Thunderlane play.
That's true. How many bailouts are in discard right now? Is it 1 or 2? I thought he had one in his opening hand as well.
I think it's just
I can't
1.
remember.
Okay.
Is it just 1? Okay. Now,
Yeah.
Rockhoof's
That's
a good choice here.
Exhaust Apple Bloom, discard message.
Mm-hmm.
Put Rockhoof into play here.
Yep.
Very solid.
Sauce shuffle to put a counter on Rockhoof.
Yep. Makes complete sense. Now Rockhoof will double on the next turn.
Now we will pay 1, put Bonbon into play, and
Ready shovel, put that counter back on Rockhoof. Now
Sauce
Rockhoof will
shovel
double
to
up to
put the
6.
+1 counter on
Oh, no.
Bonbon.
Oh, okay, sure, to get the confront.
Good.
Okay, that makes sense. Take the greedy play of exhausting Apple Bloom, discard message, play a second shovel,
4-face confront.
or
You got it.
Front for 1, draw a card. Okay, go ahead.
could have had Rockhoof at 3 power, and because Dash and GG are both at 4, Rockhoof could have doubled up to 6.
Oh,
I don't know if that would have
sorry.
been worth.
Chrono is supposed to trigger
Correct.
pre-draw.
I think
right?
that probably
I'm
would have been
fine
worth it. In all
disbanishing
honesty,
the top 2 that you
I would
currently
have discarded the Apple Bloom, or discarded the message with the other Apple Bloom to replace the shovel and do that. But
Bailout and Jess.
maybe that's a bit greedy.
Glad to see
Another
that
bailout gone, another
there.
jest gone. That's all 3 jests
But-
from Bugle.
Oh, yes.
That's the only
2
Sproticus now.
AT infers problems.
2
He drew
AT.
a plushie as well.
Oh, and Dash is unexhausted.
Yeah, that is fully ready.
8 AT. Surely you make some kind of play with this.
Oh yeah. Between plushie dash
Time to
and
get
Thunderland in
tricky.
hand,
Sure.
he doesn't know Bugle
2
has
AT.
know-hows to this, but
Staff.
Okay.
really. Oh, lunch break? Sure.
Staffing
Okay.
down Daisy, Lily, and Roseluck.
I will exhaust and dismiss your staff.
Okay, but staff is still
The
active.
trigger is still happening, yes.
Yep.
Okay, you win the face-off.
I think it's just ensuring
forgot
if
about that
Bugle
aspect of
does
them.
have. I was
thought-
curious
I
about
forgot it
that
was
play.
resources as well.
Yeah, here I'm like, boy, sure is nice having an unstaffable friend.
Yeah, at first I
not
thought he was just
utterly
doing that to
useless, though.
get Daisy, Lily, and Roseluck out the field, so if there was an
So
exhaustion effect, then the friend wouldn't be dismissed, but
Dash
Run
up
away.
here.
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure about that. The lunch break is going to do so much work here, though.
Hmm.
Pay 1 to draw.
Pay 1 and draw.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look. Never punish.
Oh, darn it. Yeah.
Lunch break.
Okay. That's bad.
Pancake says
Okay.
he did that play to ensure keeping
Damage.
his friends against the heat wave, which makes sense, except that if they're
Or
exhausted,
if
they're equally useless than if
Start
they
of
were
turn,
dismissed.
chrono trigger.
Come on. Come on, game. Knack. Bailout.
There's those bailouts.
Dash is unexhausted.
No need to be afraid of them anymore.
Yeah. That's
All right.
all of them.
I am going
All
to
the
move
jests,
to face
all
off
the
against Chrono
bailouts,
Trigger.
2 messages gone as well.
You win?
I am ahead. No response from you.
No response.
I think. Yeah. So he's
Okay.
he's gonna
A second to think on this.
he's considering throwing down the
I will let that
Underlane.
go through.
just for the
Okay,
counters,
Take your 2 points.
Take my 2.
but opted not to. At least what he said was my understanding of what he could possibly be thinking about in that moment.
Right. And doing that, because doing that still wouldn't have allowed him to DFO.
Staff.
Sure.
You staff the Big Mac now, I'm assuming? Can't staff Rockhoof, that won't work.
You don't have another one.
I don't have another one in play.
Okay. I'm going to staff down Big Mac.
Sure.
Okay, wins that face off.
I'm going to pay 1 for a troublemaker.
Okay.
And then I will move to confront for a point.
Yes.
That's his last 2. They're in that troublemaker.
Gain 5. Ready, ready, ready. Rockhoof is jealous of Dash. I'll ready
Rockhoof
my
gets real
frightened
big.
card too. Why not? Draw card for turn.
And see, this is the tricky thing,
This
is
what, a stick?
it's
Looks
very
like 6.
similar to what we saw a lot with Shock Troops, which
Um,
was the Cadence orange version of this list. The synergies and play lines between all the cards are truly exceptional and
Mythic
artistic.
Sauce,
But finding a way to
Banish
capitalize on
Message
all of that,
for a discount.
especially under difficult matchups like
We will
this,
play Haven
can
Bay.
be hard to do. Now, the Haven's about the
I'm
best
gonna
thing
put
Bugle could
counter on
hope for
Haven
here.
Bay.
It's just a question
Do
of
the whole thing.
is it too little, too late?
Not 0. 1, exhaust, draw a card. Okay.
Well, that card helps a lot.
Then we're going to exhaust Apple Bloom and discard message. To pay 0.
This is a DFO for Bugle, right?
Rayburn.
Easily.
Rallying Big Mac.
Believe this is a DFO 4, 5,
Um,
6, 7, 8. Yep, that looks correct.
Then I'm gonna
You'll
pay to
win
draw a
this
card.
face-off.
Oh, okay.
Garble's pretty good.
Way to score some points.
Cards in hand.
That could get him up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Trash is still useless, but
Yeah. I'm gonna pay 4 for Garble.
yeah, there's the play.
And proceed to score phase.
All right. You got
And
it.
point acceleration from Garble
front
is
to
probably
front,
the best
draw
thing this
card from
deck
tough call.
gained from the last several
I'm
sets.
feeling confident about this face off. Well,
Yep.
That's did you discard a card?
I am about to.
Okay.
I would discard a trashed.
Okay. I no longer need to keep track of the fact that you have a trash in your hand.
I'm not sure you needed that in the first place.
I will gain an additional point for having more.
Yep.
And I believe I then get 2 for the face-off, putting me to
Yep.
11.
Okay.
This will go to the bottom. A bunch
Closes
of
the
cards
gap a
will go
bit, but
home.
that Night Red still there.
Yep.
Replace the problem.
But just to point this out, you know, if Garble was not there,
what? No.
Assuming that the next problem was going to be 2.
That's like my
a
entire
2 bonus,
strategy.
right? Which it's not, but it could be.
I believe end turn trigger
Bugle would have gone
happens
from
before
6
I
to
retire.
10, and then from 10 to 14 if
home
he could have
limit.
DFO'd on the next turn, making it 3 turns to be able to
Which
close
is
out the
relevant
game
'cause
since
of
he
Big
wouldn't have
Mac.
another dilemma
Yep.
left.
We
But
will
with
eat
that
your
Garble
staff.
getting the extra point here, he cut an entire turn
Right.
off his aggro strategy, and it just shows how valuable some of that
How
confronting
relevant
is.
it
I
to
just
keep
wonder
Big
if
Mac?
the Garble being so expensive is better than the Cherry Berry. And I think Bugle had originally considered Cherry Berry in here. So
kind of just have to hope you can't win Troublemaker face off. So we'll retire.
makes sense. Yep.
Retire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll retire a Apple Bloom. Now the question is, do we keep Apple Bloom or Big Mac here? I don't
opt for
think
the
there's
Apple
going to
Bloom,
be
right?
2 turns left in this
I think you
game.
get rid of Big Mac here.
Right, like I don't think. Plus, you
There's
discarded the trashed. Even if you didn't, like, well, who cares? Yeah, we're gonna retire.
Yeah, what Bugle's talking about here is there's not another turn. There's
And
not enough time
that's
left
the
in the
turn.
game where Pancake having a resource in play for
5.
half a turn cycle is actually going to
Start
matter.
of turn triggers none.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Interesting. Troublemaker flips up.
Okay. Fortunately, Lyra's already boosted. I mean, I had to hope you didn't have it, you know?
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
can get rid of the GG if he needs to.
Move to face off.
For a
He's looking
11.
at 6.
So if I flip a 7 and you flip a 2.
He's actually at 13 here because he's missing the
and I
competitive 2.
just flipped the only 7 left in the deck. I'm feeling good!
There's my 6.
Okay, GG.
GG.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Score 1 for Pancake.
Trying to think if we saw anything exceptionally new there. Consolation prize did not ever get used. Tactical did get used for disruption. Lunch break got used. Yeah, a few new pieces.
Yeah. Even, well, Garble's somewhat new.
And Pancake says he beat Spookum. Yes, you did. And more than that, you beat Spookum with its full engine up and going by like turn 3.
Yeah, I mean that was a scary opener from Bugle. Just seeing all those cards hit the board so fast and all be working. But they tangled in the mid game. Some key stuff went Pancake's way, and he came out ahead.
But now we're on to core.
That we are. Oh, give me a second. Had to manage the chat there for a moment.
Yep.
Yes, we are on to core. And I can say that Pancake opted for his cheese sandwich deck, so we're going to see some new stuff. As did Bugle with Zip. So not brand new, but 2 newish mains.
Basically brand new. Zip's not been out for that long.
Yeah, and cheese most certainly is brand new.
Mm-hmm.
So which should we look at first?
Well, we saw Pancake first last time. Let's take a look at Bugle this time.
Okay. Zip. Mono purple. I'll admit, I found it a little bit hard to categorize this deck at first. I mean, it's got a lot of troublemakers in it. So you kind of look farm, but they're not a lot of epics. So it's control, right?
Well, he's got 7 epics here, right? And then he's got an additional 7 non-epics. I would probably still call this control, as we've seen numerous control decks that run epic troublemakers as kind of their win condition to accelerate towards the last few points they need. And when you're looking at the other pieces here, Tempest Shadow Open Skies, Zipstorm, the one with Vexing and Persistent and Meticulous 2, Spider Surprise, Changed, Worn Out, Mayonnaise, yes. I would say most definitely Bugle is going to be playing Zip more in a control style than a farm style, although the farm pieces are still here. And perhaps one of the more interesting ones there is Pegasus Crystal. Just because, yeah, there's some Pegasi that are here, but not a whole lot. It's basically the big Zips and then Zip herself.
Yep. Although, when one of them is your main, you're guaranteed to have it.
So between worn outs, consolation prize to defend troublemakers, right? This is probably one of the times we'll see that as a defensive tool, one of the advantages that it has over staff in that case. And Baby Flurry Heart might give an indicator as to what Bugle is facing. A Pancake deck that utilizes a lot of resources. I wonder what that could look like.
I mean, was there any real suspense as to what kind of deck Pancake was going to be playing?
No, there was not, right? Now, one thing that is kind of cool to see here is the potential synergy under certain games of Lord Tyrek Meddler alongside Mayonnaise, right? Force the opponent to challenge, put a Mayonnaise on top, flicker your Zip Storm so you can basically get around the Persistent every turn, and then have the ability to play Mayonnaise at instant speed as well, right? That's kind of what Tyrek would normally be in here for, but based on the fact that Pancake is going to also be playing a farm deck, spoilers, that's not an interaction, or that's not a risk that Bugle wants to take, putting a non-epic 2-power troublemaker up there.
Precisely. And he did indeed sideboard out the TRX anyway.
So we'll have to see how the control goes. A lot of forced movement, good defensive options against the troublemakers. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I did note the starting problem there. Cool Mares don't look at explosions. Pretty big early game slowdown against Farm.
Defeating a troublemaker. Oh, it's not just yours. Yes, that is exceptionally good. And I would imagine that Bugle is going to be defending that problem at all costs.
Yeah. All right, over to Pancake. So it is cheese. It is farm. It does have lots of resources. Although it has more events, which probably is to be expected.
I was going to say, is anyone truly surprised by that? I'm just checking chat here really quickly. Prism, I'm pretty sure Ponyhead is updated to show the correct text on cheese, so you may want to clear your cache and try refreshing. Okay, so we are still seeing one copy of Thorax remaining in, and I appreciate that because I actually commented on this deck when we were reviewing it on our Invitational's overview stream 2 weeks ago, how much I love the greed in here between the 2 Canterloves and the 2 Thorax Heart of the Swarm, where your only options for getting into them are the 3 copies of Get Prepared.
Yeah. 4 is more than 3.
And Thorax being a card that is, kind of, I'm not going to say tricky to remove because Bugle still does have the spider surprises, but one that can allow an overabundance of boneless tokens can be exceptionally funny. Let's see. So you've got Cloud Puff. Yeah, I mean, Cheese Farm is going to be based around, I'm going to play events at immediate speed to put a body at problems. In the same way that Blue does so just by having friends, Cheese does so by having events. The typical downside of this is that event, that friend, that token that's generated is one of the most fragile type of cards that he could have. Someone even looks at it funny and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But it can come right back. So is that ability to turn at a cursory glance here, I'm going to say about 18 cards, maybe more than that, maybe 20 cards in your deck into a 3-power critter token that can also boost your main, going to be better than just having permanent friends in play that your opponent's going to have to fight to remove. And we will see.
Yep. All those events do have other things that they do in addition to just spawning a boneless, which kind of cuts both ways. Sometimes you might save them for their alternative effect if especially disruptive thing. But yeah.
We're still seeing Shopkeep again. Cloud Puff, obviously an exceptional card. Featherweight, Eager is just a great, great keyword. It seems odd to pick a friend that is low power, that is going to stay at home and likely never be involved in a face-off if Pancake can help it, as one of the key cards. And yet, one of the biggest things that Consolation Prize has going for it, beyond just the face-off trick to try to win, is the fact that it covers one of Farm's greatest weaknesses, which is card advantage, or rather card disadvantage. Farm has to typically spend more cards than most other decks every turn to do what it wants to do. It doesn't just build up an overwhelming board and rely on it from that point forward. So if you're spending 2 to 3 cards a turn to be able to keep doing the thing, if you're not drawing 2 to 3 cards a turn, you're going to run out eventually, and you're going to hit that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Eager helps a lot in dealing with that. Sprouticus, sure. Your opponent's going to be setting up a control board. And Consolation, like we said. It's a face-off trick, it's card advantage, it's everything you could want there.
Yep.
No Flash B Queens, no Rainbow Lasers, one less Thorax. It's gonna be a match.
For sure. I just want to point out, I didn't put in the key cards, but Station Hotline is a card that kind of struck me, as in, like, back in Defenders, Yellow's whole thing was, I don't have to be at problems to confront. Well, now Yellow's thing is, I don't have to be at problems to farm. I can just do everything from home.
This is true.
You do need to have something else at the problem. This is true.
At least once per turn cycle, right? Now, it is nice that Station Hotline is resilient to Devil Babby's removal. So that effect is something that Pancake can keep around if he so chooses. Station is a great card, and Pancake seems to be regretting not having 3 of them. Let's find out why.
Yeah, let's.
Yep, playtime's over, makes sense. Great starting problem for Chi.
For
And who's going first here?
Bugle's choice.
I think I prefer going second. I think we both prefer going second, so I will go second.
Okay.
Since neither of us have a cheaty problem.
No friend from Pancake, but he does have a Get Prepared, a consolation prize, and a couple of epics. So yeah, that's probably worth keeping. He says no.
Exchange that.
Okay, that's fair.
He's not going to opt for the playtime's over option.
Yeah, of course.
All right. I mean, double featherweight, so could be worse. On Bugle's side, double consolation prize, triple troublemaker.
I'll start.
Yep.
Okay. Play a featherweight.
Boo.
Eager's good.
Boo.
Yes.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. 3. We will, of course, pay 1 for troublemaker over here, not to your problem. And 2 to move zip to said problem. Go ahead.
I have to remind myself quickly what these mains do.
Draw one for eager.
Well, in the opposite order, but yes.
Yeah.
Obvious what you were doing.
Pancake doesn't have like an obvious way to flip his main.
I'm just
He actually does.
I know.
It just doesn't do much.
Okay,
he can play Shopkeep into Scary Story.
Draw.
And that would
uncover.
work.
I will decline to challenge and play my counter.
Okay.
Ooh, now this presents an interesting opportunity with Raccoon Rampage there.
Draw.
You won't fool me this easily.
Okay. Turn 1, play DJ. It sounds about right, Pancake.
Come on. You really don't want me winning this face-off.
I mean, anything I can delay and set up.
Sure.
And I'll say go.
Okay. We're going to gain 2. We're going to draw a card for turn. We're going to proceed to Troublemaker phase.
Okay.
And I will challenge and boost my main.
Okay. Bugle pulls the trigger.
Anything before flips.
Is that worth it? Otherwise, you might have something but you're just going to exhaust anyways. If
I mean,
you
I
can.
might. Yeah. But I mean, like.
But that doesn't matter. The cards don't have any power. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll put that on top. Okay.
I'll put that
so
on
I'm
top.
basically guaranteed to lose. That's fine. Okay.
I wonder if I was in
Three.
Pancake shoes, if I
Would like
would
that
have
in my
played the
hand.
station
Is there
hotline here to
any
keep cheese
reason
involved
not
so
to
that you
exhaust
could put
Constellation
back
Prize and put a second card in my hand?
the Cloud Puff
I think I would like to
by
exhaust
having your main be
Constellation
involved
Prize
in
and
the
flip an
face-off, you
additional
know?
card.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh.
Fair call.
Play that.
Yeah, he had the
Want
AT for
I
it.
think I do.
Yeah, he sure did.
I will lose the face-off.
Okay.
I will put 2 cards in my hand for losing the
Just
face-off.
wonder how valuable that Cloud Puff is, you know?
So nice.
Man, whoever designed this card was a genius.
Clearly.
Now what?
Pancake says yes. He would take that line if he went through this again.
You have. Okay. Like go back?
Resource Troublemaker. So if he can
Yeah.
find
Go ahead.
Yeah.
if Pancake can find a Troublemaker here, he could actually
Great.
pop Dodgy almost all in one turn.
Draw.
Well,
Okay.
Enter.
there is an opposing Opaline in play right now.
No.
Yes, but doesn't Opaline only affect magic counters, or is it any type
Alright.
of counter?
Well,
I can't remember.
things are
me
weird,
take a look.
but I do what I must.
Mm-hmm.
Opaline is
Because you
counters. Okay, yes.
Yeah, and we have freaking Opaline out.
Mm-hmm.
But I continue to do what I must.
Okay, so does Opaline get a bit counter?
Yes, Opaline gets a bit counter.
Great. We need to track this.
Disagree with that statement, Bugle.
And then
That's okay.
behold the gloriousness of the Raccoon Rampage.
Okay, what trait are you naming?
Accessory. Like
Okay. Would you like to name any additional trait?
I name your face.
Okay.
Okay, but cheese
Face
does
is
flip
not a
now.
valid trait. Well, your face is not a valid trait. Sorry.
And
Oh, hold on. Would you like to pay 1?
no, as a second big counter.
This is very important.
I will move to end of turn and dash
Okay.
flip or cheese flips.
Oh yes, cheese flips. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I have other ways of doing this.
Mhm.
Cheers.
And he does have the.
I mean, at least you took out mine too, right?
Yeah. And this is
draw
a
a card.
Yeah, he does have the consolation prize to replace it, as does Bugle.
Okay.
Exactly,
I'm
but he doesn't know
going to
that yet.
proceed to main phase. Go ahead.
Okay.
Think he does the same thing? You think he responds in kind?
Everything
That
is
would be
okay.
funny.
I know what happens.
Draw. Draw.
Yes, there we go. And we're right back where we were.
This is just life, huh?
This is life.
Sure.
Technically, Opaline should have another bit counter.
And another bit counter.
And another
Yep,
bit
there we
counter.
go.
This is important.
Yours.
Gain 2. Draw a card. You might be able to use your shopkeep if you let me win this face off.
Maybe.
Gosh, I have 9 cards in hand now. I think I'm going to.
Awkward start. Only Celestia restricted section for friends on Bugle's side. Fair amount of event disruption,
think I'm
double
going to
worn out, and a
pay
spider
1
surprise, but that spider surprise and restricted section
the
both have too high a
step,
rec to be played right now.
Troublemaker.
Yeah.
I mean, in the main phase step,
Pretty
not the
awkward
troublemaker
hand,
step.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright. 2 AT. Draw 1.
So he did deny the ego draw.
I play Station Hotline.
Okay.
Of course. Now I'm definitely not challenging. Hold on.
Another bit, yeah, there you go. How many bit counters does Opaline get up to? I'm just curious.
And
it's
I
a
will
number.
say go.
Okay. Gain 2, draw a card. Ooh.
Now, that's a card.
Troublemaker face. We'll uncover Chrysalis.
Okay.
by my count, you have 3 traits across your characters.
Earth, Pegasus, full, unique, 4.
Oh, 4. Well, 4 is as good as 3. I am going to proceed to main phase because
Alright.
challenging just seems actually. Let's see. I would get cards, but you would get card. Who would get more cards?
Whoever lost.
Yeah, whoever loses.
Is it worth it? Maybe you're going to move Zip
Which
anyway,
is
I think.
likely to be me. Because Cheese would add his 3, so I'm already going into that at a 5 disadvantage.
Mhm.
So I would likely draw 2 cards to your 1 card. And I would get to see stuff. I'm going to challenge.
Okay. I will therefore activate Station Hotline and make
Yeah,
Cheese
makes
part
sense.
of the.
Okay. What?
Hithrock asks, is requiring to keep track of
Bit
bit counters considered slow play and not keeping track of them failure to maintain game state?
I'm
It's
going
not
to
slow play as
banish
long as you're doing it
Featherweight
in a timely manner.
until the end of
It
the
would be a
face-off.
GRB.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm currently at 6, and you're currently at 9. 12.
Well,
And the
Options.
cards you'll get is full name drop. Unfortunate, but what can you do?
They both have
Fine.
several options.
I will not
Mhm.
exhaust any additional cards.
okay. I will.
Might as well
Oh,
use
you
that,
will.
see what you
Okay.
get for options. Another Station Hotline.
Ooh.
Now you
Yeah.
get to choose. Okay. So you want that one instead.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still not going to exhaust any additional cards. Zip goes home.
I mean, it makes sense. Station Hotline is
I
not
will
unique.
proceed to the main phase.
Yeah, you can have as many phones as you
Oh,
want
no, that's
in
not true.
your
Featherweight
home.
gets to
Or
appear.
I mean,
station.
having two of them simply means that Cheese could be sitting at home.
You know,
You want to talk
I'm
about
kind of
couch
regretting my
potato. You want to talk
choices.
about yellow couch potato, right? Fluttershy
I think I was
confronted.
supposed to
Cheese
choose
is doing
Shopkeep.
work. Cheese could get involved in 2 separate troublemaker face-offs over the course of a turn cycle and never leave his couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was supposed to choose Shopkeep. We'll put Featherweight here. That's fine.
Alright.
I am going to proceed to my main phase.
Yep.
And play a Tranquility. Pay 1. Gain 1. Draw a card. Yay! I love this card. Who doesn't love this card? 10 cards in my hand, and I don't want to play any of them.
This is the
That's a great
grindiest
sign.
start to this match.
There are cards in my deck I would love to play right now. Guess how many are in my hand?
I can guess a couple of them, but yeah.
Pancake at least isn't going to be scoring points at least not many points anytime soon.
Well, Pancake has the option here to actually just beat Opaline quite handily next turn. Because he's going to have numerous events that he can play, which can put a boneless into play alongside Cheese, which I believe boosts Cheese's power regardless of whether they're at home or at a problem.
Make a point.
Where are you getting the 6?
Sure, but it is only going to be 1 point.
Oh, I misread Meddler.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that would also allow him to get his Dudgy Shopkeep online.
Right. I was thinking it powered up her for some reason. Fair enough.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to discard.
Play the Worn Out? You do not play Worn Out yet.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to discard this card. And I'm going to discard that card again.
Alright.
Interesting.
218. Everything on exhaust.
Yes.
No eager.
No eager draw. I draw 1.
Get prepared. Okay, well, now you've got the Thorax play if you need
I'm
it.
going to attempt
Doesn't
to
have
face
nearly
off
enough
against
AT.
Opaline
Right now.
No, not yet, but later he can.
and involve Cheese.
Yep.
So it is 5 on 5.
5 on 5.
I am ahead by 1.
You are currently ahead by 1. I am going to exhaust Zip and choose to play this card.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
I will pay 1 for Tranquility. Gain 2, draw a card, and then flip a card. 5.
Okay, so you're at 10.
Yeah.
I am at 8. I will then.
Still many options.
I think you gotta sit there and play one of the events. I think you played
Consolation
Terrified
Prize.
just because it's not. Or no, yeah, sure, Consolation makes sense.
Bringing me up
All right,
to
that's pretty good.
So you're,
13
you're
to 10.
Oh, now
13
this
and
actually is
10?
quite good because it means
Yeah.
that
I can
playing
do
Get
that
Prepared
too.
here is very
3.
good.
We'll banish this
Okay.
until the end of the face-off.
Does
So,
that matter?
am
I am
now
now up
at-
by 2.
At 8.
So play Get
8 plus 3.
You're at
11.
11. I'm at 13.
and then
15.
have the rec
Okay.
for Canter Love.
I will.
Yeah, I think that's what you do. Yep.
Play
Looks
Get
great.
Prepared.
Okay.
I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
And I will boneless.
Play this smart pancake.
At the property.
Why?
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
So
Oh
now
no,
you're
that
up
makes
by
sense.
1.
Yes.
That makes sense. Never mind.
Okay.
Boneless isn't involved.
I'm going to worn out boneless to home.
I'm being silly.
Okay. I am
So he's
now
down by 1.
tied.
Is
Yes.
that right? They're now tied. Okay.
Flip again. This is silly. Ah, you got it.
Okay.
All right.
He got the face off.
Okay, you got it. You got 1 point.
Yeah.
So the
I
answer
scored my
is
point.
4. 4 bit counters on Opaly.
I will pull
Okay, there we
Canter
go.
Love into my hand.
Yeah.
I
bonus and
wonder
help
why.
+2, not +3. Yeah.
Hold on. This is the only card you
Yeah.
played? Right, okay.
Yes, that is the only card I played.
That can show up at home.
Okay. All right. I will then
Hey, the one to play the Canter Love. Don't forget it now. You've got the wreck.
move to main phase.
Sure.
There you go.
He's aware.
Play Canter Love.
Mm-hmm.
Get some stuff out of those discard piles.
And I actually get a bit counter.
You do get a bit counter that time, yes.
Therefore,
One.
play another station hotline.
Sure. Why not?
Get 8 power casually involved in
I needed
a
to
face-off if he
discard
has
Oh, you
to.
need to discard.
Mhm.
Sure.
I will discard that.
Cheese is also just
And-
drowning in resources at the moment.
I mean,
Half
this
the
is
thing.
true.
Okay. Ready some cards.
No
Gain
school
2
shutdown left in
AT.
court.
After all that, we're still both at 1.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
Ugh.
Are there enough cards
You know
now
what,
for
actually,
Spirit Siphon to be... Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna
I
pop
think
Canter
I
Love.
think he needs to do this right
Okay.
now.
And move your main back.
My main is going home.
And we will pop. Get that stupid tranquility out of
yeah.
here.
Yep.
Get that consolation
Yep.
out of here. And we'll
And
clear
a
a
troublemaker.
sprout.
There you go. Perfect.
Sure.
Good choices. I don't know if there are still 6 events left in everyone's discard for Beagle to get value out of Spirit Siphon. But playing a Spirit Siphon, even if he can get some value out of it just to deny Pancake's resources on Canter Love in a future turn, may not be the worst option.
And arguably just to draw some cards, because his hand is still not
Did
very
that
good.
during my
He's
main
not going to
phase?
draw cards unless there's 6 events.
Yes.
He'll get
Sure.
3
Or
back
earlier.
if there's 3.
Like I figure if you're gonna spend 2 AT for it, then that's
I
worth it.
think
at
I'm
this stage.
still going to pay the 2 AT because I just want us to be at 2 a turn.
Yeah.
And
Pancake will
yeah,
have
four face
options for
confront.
Troublemaker, Event Friend.
Okay.
He could flip Shopkeep next turn. No,
I'm going to
he will be
discard
1
Opal.
AT shy.
All right.
He would need to draw
3
Cloud
AT.
Puff.
Unexhaust stuff.
Yep.
Thank goodness there's no
I'd buff for another shopkeep, I suppose. Nope, that won't do it.
You know what? I am going to face off against Queen
Sure.
Chrysalis.
Might as well. Yep.
And
10
involve
power versus 5 seems good.
3. Oh,
Jesus 8,
okay.
10, 13 to 8.
let's see. I am
Bugle
going
would
to
really like to keep that Chrysalis, as it's one of his best methods of applying pressure right now, while his board is
You named
underwhelming.
artifact right now. You would
Somewhat
hit it,
bare
but you
looking.
would be spending 2 for that. I think it is just too valuable to have a Pegasus crystal.
That's 100% reasonable.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a 7.
You're at 12. I'm at 8 plus 5. So 13.
13, so he's still
Okay.
up by 1. Chooses not to
And
use the
I will
consolation
put
prize.
attention-seeking behavior into my hand.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I could have exhausted consolation, but you could have as well.
Yeah. It's a weird thing we're
Yeah.
dealing with.
Get that zip on the bottom.
No, zip is gone.
There you
I will pay 1 for a troublemaker.
Pancake in the chat mentions that the counting was off.
Alright.
go.
I am
You
going
had
to
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now he did
Canter
not have
Love.
13, he had 10. You flipped a 3.
And
What am I missing?
we'll clear
You
out
had featherweight plus 8 at
Tranquility,
home plus
your
the
Opaline.
3 flip.
How
I-
did
No, you've got a
Legion
boneless
get
token at home.
Oh, you discarded it to
yeah,
turn.
I
Sure.
discarded it.
Oh, right, because boneless isn't involved.
and
Yeah,
I gotta do
got
my
it. See,
resource,
man, that is still messing with me.
Consolation
right.
prize.
Well, shoot.
That is true.
Move up.
I missed it
Okay.
too.
Move cheese up with technically everything.
Yep.
Well, we'll see
Well, this is
what happens over
appropriate
the
for
course of the
cheese
game. We'll see if it
playing all
matters.
his stuff. And I will
Yeah.
confront for a point.
Yep.
And I will discard a featherweight.
Okay.
Yours.
Done. Okay. Ready.
All right, we're grinding away,
Three.
getting some progress.
Draw a card. Seriously though.
Yeah, it really is easy to think of cheese as 8. I've done it twice now so far, Pancake, so you're absolutely right. I get it.
I'm gonna pay 1 for a Trollmaker here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
3. Draw.
That would be pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
but not if
Any other
they're going to go where
3
Maniac
times?
is, which they certainly will.
No. Okay. Troublemaker flips up.
Yeah.
But I think there's
It
still
has
enough
to be.
unique card types that he can use Canter Logic or Canter Love
then
here to move a
go
character
to the
over if he
main
needs
phase.
to. Not challenging. Okay.
I'm going to play a featherweight.
I mean, that Nightmare Moon is a pretty big threat to Bugle.
That is true. Bugle's going to be
And
discarding
a
quite a few cards here.
Troublemaker.
Yeah, that pops the shopkeep.
Response.
Nope.
Okay, I'll pop him.
Yep.
That lack of wreck is really painful here. A Spider Surprise there would have been devastating.
So, hold on. Yes, that is correct. Okay, I forgot.
That's fine.
In the 2,
draw
score the point, get
3.
the power counters, draw 3.
And power counters.
Yep.
1,
Okay, now we can start thinking of cheese as 6.
3,
Closer to 8, still not 8.
4.
You know, provided boneless ends up where he is. Spider Surprise still would have been prime removal for a 1-cost card. I mean, yes, devastating is a bit of an overstatement, but
Right.
would you
I
have
will
played
move
the
to confront
featherweight
for a
to the
point.
other problem if you weren't going
Just
to
a sec.
be intending on popping popping shopkeep that turn? That's the question. Because that would have been 2 AT and a card spent.
We're gonna pay 1.
Trading 2 AT and a card spent, and
for
also
worn out,
undoing
move
that
Cloud
momentum.
Puff there.
Okay.
Like you're both
And
fighting for
one
momentum here at this point in
Pegasus
time because
crystal over here.
it is a
Okay.
trek through the mud.
Still my turn.
If there was more stuff going on board,
So
I could call other things devastating. Right now, that's the best I've got.
Yeah. Going
Fair
to
enough.
your turn.
Okay.
Bugle is making a play towards
I've got enough. Because you've got that worn out. That's
that
just
Night
got
Moon.
put in. So I just want to think for a second here.
Sure.
I will. Yeah. I've got Canterlove. I should use it to deny you as much as possible. And yeah.
Okay.
Event.
You already
Troublemaker.
grabbed the other Tranquility previously?
And then it's got to be friend.
Right. The only option.
Yep.
Must have, yeah.
All right. You may continue.
Okay.
Or, well.
So game 3, ready cards. Draw card for turn.
Yep.
Troublemaker phase, frighten your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have to try this.
Oh, right. Duh. Okay.
Gallon.
I mean,
I
make
will
them spend an
involve
AT, so.
these.
Yep.
So additional 4.
Well, that's terrible.
So 14 for me.
Yep. I don't think I can possibly win, but I will try anyway. Of course.
And you don't have the AT.
I don't have the AT. I've been looking so hard for a friend I can play this entire game. I don't even care. Like, this card could have no text, and I will be really
I'm
happy
pretty sure
to
this
play
is still
this
fine,
one.
though. You can draw it, right? Unless I'm missing something?
That's
Yes,
fine.
he can draw it.
I will lose the face-off. I will put these
Okay.
cards in my hand.
He is
That's
gonna
very
have a
silly.
Night Moon discard
Do
coming.
let's see. Is it May?
Sure.
Nope, I have to put them both. Okay. That's fine. I will discard down to 4.
I wonder if it would have been worth it to play the same day there.
Just to get out of your hand?
Just to try to get the higher flip to really
do I
kick
want
the
to
Night
play
Moon out,
anything first?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, probably. We're going to pay 1 for mayonnaise on featherweight.
Oh, and
Over
that's
here.
really weird too. It's very stupid, but you can't. And I don't know if we talked about this.
Okay, so
You can
you could pay 2 to keep it
same day
forever vanish if
before
you want.
flipping.
no, I was looking
Flip.
at the end. If
Then,
end of
if you're
turn or if it
still
was
down,
immediate.
use it, play
Pegasus
same day, put
crystal,
same day on top, flip same
troublemaker.
day, and now same day has 9.
Yeah. Huh.
Other mayonnaise.
That's weird.
Spirit siphon. Same day delivery.
Yeah, that 1 AT definitely matters, Pancake, for sure. So denying the resources was still
3
absolutely
AT.
correct.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get swept at the knees here when I think I had a favored matchup on both of these.
We'll start with the Maniac.
Sure. You win.
Okay.
Does he?
Do you actually? That's 9.
I've got 4.
You're currently at 8.
8.
Actually, he's losing.
You're currently losing.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is tricky.
Well, that's annoying. All right.
It's important, so I'm gonna keep you honest.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. You get 0 points.
All right, 0 points. That goes there. And then do I actually have to? Yes. Okay. Your Pegasus crystal.
Yeah. I'm real
I
that I
think
had to
she's
discard the Pegasus crystal. I didn't want to put it in my hand, and I had to.
Yeah. Okay. Those
The person
3.
who designed this card is an idiot.
those 3
How
cards
quickly-
to
Well,
move.
don't put
How
them back
quickly
in
the
my
turns have
discard.
taken.
Oh, sorry.
cheaper.
To Nightmare Moon for
Sure.
Boneless. And then Station Hotline
Okay,
with.
you're going
Mm.
8 versus 6. That's still
Yep.
losable. It was not. Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
I score a
1
point
point. Nightmare did her
You
You get
work.
one.
that.
Yep.
in my hand. Okay.
He's got to get rid of that problem if he can. Can
Um,
he?
Now, what do I need to do?
You're currently confronting
there.
that.
If you have a worn out, you have another worn out, but
Yeah, actually, look at that hand and see
I'm
all.
going
don't
to
spend your
Unfrightened
points
Cloud
there.
Puff.
Sure.
Spend your AT, not your points.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thank you.
there you go.
uh,
Then
Pay 2
move
to
Cloud
move.
Puff over.
pay
Yep.
2 to move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
will do
that
it.
makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Now, do you pay 1? Oh, you already have a Troublemaker, the other problem. Okay, cool. You're in good shape.
Hold
yeah,
on.
no, this
I'm
is a great
going
setup.
to at least get one of these cards out of my hand before
Sure, fair enough.
I have to toss them. All right. Yeah. Now.
Sure, you win. I cannot believe I had to go.
You
this
did
deep
score
to
that 1
find a
point. You were
playable
at 4
friend.
previously.
Yeah.
So yeah,
5,
yeah, you're
6,
good.
7,
You're good, Pancake.
8.
Yep.
Oh, and then Consolation comes to my hand.
Sure.
Kind of unfortunate to
And
lose a lot of
no
cards here
problem.
because the Nightmare Moon's gone, but you know, you do what you got to do. You'll draw
Aha!
again
I might
with
draw a card.
the featherweight. So
These are both yours, correct?
Yes.
I believe they are. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
are they using the same card back?
They are.
All right.
It's
Well, you're at home limit 4, so
You
it
know.
doesn't matter. Cool.
Yeah.
We know what it is.
Playing
Welcome.
Troublemaker
It's
Control.
not even home limit 4. Oh yeah, it's home limit 4.
It's home limit 4. Yeah.
No,
Done?
I thought I had less. Okay. Now my infinite hand discard.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely don't
Yeah.
want Sprout right now.
Is it fine if I draw my card while
Yeah,
you're
go for
discarding?
it. I don't think there's.
I think you're discarding the other Canterlove here, as you've already seen
I
another
don't think
Get Prepared
that's
get flipped.
important at this stage.
You don't have the wreck for it. Terrified
I
Scream
honestly
makes
don't
sense.
think
The
you're
other-
important at this
absolutely.
stage.
Yeah, there you go.
And let's clear you out.
Solid picks.
All right.
all right.
Okay.
You can do
So
stuff.
glad to see this hit the discard.
Yes, he can.
Yeah. Well,
To what end becomes the question.
Main phase.
Maybe
I'm
a lot. We'll see.
banishing both discards.
okay.
Yeah, get that out of the way. Shut off Canterlove. Minimize the value that Pancake can gain
Then
from
I will
this.
draw
Absolutely
3
makes
and gain
sense.
3.
Was there enough events?
Oh, yes, there were. Like, I had 4, you had at least 2.
Yes, I had 3. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Gain
it's
3,
unique,
draw
so.
3.
But yeah.
Yeah, but now it makes like this decision feel better.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank goodness.
3 for Flurry, I'm assuming. Banish Consolation. Go up
finally
to
play.
4. Where does Flurry go? That's the question.
Scared of those? I mean, well,
Since I
there aren't that
know
many
you have
villains.
the consolation
Chances are
in
only.
hand,
Chances
that's-
are one of the problems is safe.
might still be the correct hit.
But where? Yes.
Simply because I get the most
Yeah,
value
so
out of
playing
it.
to Beagle
It's
playing to his
-2
own is
AT for you and
probably correct, and then move
-1
up the
for
main
me,
with Pegasus
instead of
Crystal.
-2
So
AT for you,
have
nothing
3 AT
for
left,
you.
be
Or
able
sorry,
to
-2
hold
AT
a
for
Spider
me, nothing for
Surprise.
you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to pay 3 Baby Flurry Heart here and hit your consolation price. I will gain
That
3.
one banishes it too.
Yes.
And the mayonnaises are mostly gone at this
We're going
point.
to pay 2
So that's a lot of the threat
for
from
Princess
Flurry Heart, although
Celestia
there are
over
obviously
here,
more
who is
coming.
large.
Princess
1,
Celestia
2,
is indeed
3,
huge.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in mine. 9, 10,
Kick saying
11
maybe they should have discarded Thorax, but
total
greed.
events
I get it.
vanish,
I had
looks like.
actually
Okay.
forgotten Thorax was even there, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And I had missed that
He's
restricted
at
section. You know, I'm so used to her having that
13
ramp-up
power.
time, but
Scorpion.
between
Ooh.
Canterlove and
Yeah.
Spirit Siphon, she real big already.
Scorpion good.
Mhm.
Yeah, score
You
phase.
want to talk about some purple aggro,
ahead.
cursed?
For
That'll work.
It's true. She
Draw
was
one,
the
draw either.
bedrock of purple aggro when it worked.
He's been sitting in my hand for so long,
and just didn't have the
Interesting
purple.
and
that
I
he did
didn't
not
draw any
opt
other purple
for
cards.
the
Yeah.
Or purple
well,
cards,
I guess
rather.
having the 180
Uh,
left to play the
don't
Spider's
make her
Price
flip
makes a
up.
lot more sense.
Guess
So.
correctly.
Which one was the villain? That was the question.
I
No
am
free
going.
move for you.
I am going to at this point
Mm-hmm.
be so Troublemaker is flipped up, but I'm not passing.
When it worked, did I finish it? Was my thought incomplete because
I'm
I
gonna
can't
play
remember.
Raccoon Rampage.
Okay.
Maybe
Oh,
next
That was
accessory
me saying when it worked.
first,
When purple
Okay.
to
aggro
get rid
worked.
of
No,
them.
I was talking
Oh,
about
shit.
purple orange back when the
Oh.
and then
Legacy
artifact.
Leech was broken.
Artifact.
That
Sure.
totally
That's
works.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Got a card banned for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Resources, I believe. Yep.
I'm going to then bounce Boneless here. And I will
All right, so Pancake going for
move to face off
Going for the
against
farm.
Nightmare Moon with Boneless.
You said artifact, correct? Right. So
Yes.
that doesn't actually hit yours. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Did
Okay,
I?
You're challenging Nightmare Moon.
there was a Raccoon
Yeah.
Rampage that
That's
happened.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And
Okay.
let me.
That is.
Yeah. So I'll
Yeah,
just
start of
station
the face
hotline
off. Okay,
this one.
that's fair.
And yes, this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Remembering all
Okay.
these traits and
I've
resources.
got some complications in midterm.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't name
might-
unique.
You have a chaos trigger.
I
He's
have a
got
chaos
the Pegasus
trigger.
crystal. Okay, that's why.
Let
That
me
makes sense.
look at where's the critters. There. Okay. So,
Okay.
pretty sure. So I have 3, 6, 10,
To my
10
current
involved
11.
versus your 11. So I have to put it there. That is fine.
So you're putting it to Nightmare Moon. Okay.
I'm putting it to Nightmare Moon.
I'm going to exhaust Zip and play Consolation Prize
Okay.
Pretty good.
with an additional
It
card.
makes sense.
That's a 6. So now I'm winning
That's a good play.
You are winning
by 1.
by 1.
Now, do you play
Alright.
the attention-seeking behavior here and flip 2
Play.
additional cards? And the answer seems to be yes.
Yeah. The fact that it
Well,
lets you
tried.
flip 2 additional cards
No.
is not entirely obvious.
Play
But good catch to see it.
attention-seeking behavior.
Any number of critters involved.
Yeah.
So both of those,
So-
you just add another boneless immediately afterwards and lose effectively
Sack the
nothing.
critter.
You do have another critter you could choose.
Yeah, but like, oh,
Okay.
that's right. I'll sack that critter too.
So you're sacrificing 2 critters to flip 2 cards.
Yep. Flip 2 cards.
Okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh.
There's the cloud buff. So,
Um,
and then
that goes there.
forget the cheese
Now I have a
trigger.
decision to make because Boneless is recreated now.
Yeah.
And I am currently at 7 power, and you are at 6.
Six.
Yes. So
Okay,
I think you
so
put
I will
boneless at
Place
Oberlin.
Boneless over
No, it
here,
makes sense.
and
You will win the face-off.
all right, 2 points, and I will put Cloud Puff into my hand.
This could be
Makes
a lot of
sense.
points.
This would be
No,
a significant number
I
of
can't
points.
put Cloud Puff
indeed.
into my hand
Why can't you?
I mean,
because the consolation prize is not.
Oh, you don't have a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Because the
Putting cards
consolation
into your
prize
hand
is in your
that
hand.
should not go in your hand
Okay,
is
Tempest will
considered
go away.
bad.
Man, I
And
almost
then-
had that.
I will Cloud Puff. I'll
Okay.
face off against Opaline.
Sure.
Then I will
Use that
clock
clock off. Sure,
You'll win that one.
that's fine.
for 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Out.
Now,
You get event and troublemaker in the and a resource, so you can use Canterlove right now, and probably should before restricted section activates,
I think
just to get value.
Hmm.
Like he sees it here.
I will Canter Love.
There you go. Yep.
Can you? Oh, there's troublemakers now.
Yeah. So let's get rid of that, and that. And I will bring cheese up to here.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Troublemaker to seal the deal.
and
Yep.
I will play a
Or well,
troublemaker.
potentially seal the deal.
Okay.
Sure.
And I will move
exactly.
to confront stunning expose.
Yep.
It's a pretty good setup here.
Here's
Okay.
And you've still
5.
got
Interesting. I would have thought for sure
still
you would have
got
only tried to
Valiant
confront for the rest of the
Speech.
game.
and numerous disruptive events here,
card.
so you're pretty much not concerned about Zip being able to break through.
well, if I can win a troublemaker face-off, that's a turn off I have.
In
Sure.
fact, unless I'm mistaken here, I am pretty sure
Frozen
that
Celestia.
Pancake can guarantee.
You banished an event from me, though, correct?
Yes, I banished an event from you. So.
Yeah, I am pretty sure that
Yeah,
Pancake can
was supposed to use her
guarantee
to banish an
Bugle
event from
would
you, and
not
I did
have
not.
the ability to disrupt him
Have you drawn?
outside of the consolation
Yes.
prize simply by saving
fine.
his events
it can
to
stand.
Scary
I think
Story
the correct
Zip
thing is to
and
assume it's
either
not
Scary
opal.
Story or
Okay.
full name drop Celestia to remove all purple wreck.
Oops, I'm going to pay 3 for Tempest here.
And that gets a
I
little
have to
more
assume it's
complicated
not
now.
opal. I have to take risks at this point.
Yep, I
Scoreface.
understand.
Do you play the full name drop?
Scoreface?
Oh, Scoreface? I will
Oh, you're doing this now.
Yeah, this
Scary Story Celestia.
That
Okay.
seems
Celestia's been
unusual.
very sorry.
seems unnecessary.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
All right. 5 AT.
they're going to be
Eager
fighting over this next one here.
Draw.
Okay, well, you drew another one anyway, so.
One exhaust.
What'd you say? Better to be lucky than good?
Yeah, or both.
Hey, it
Moon.
wasn't opal.
I'm going to
Now, do
pay
you still color
2
block?
and full
Get
name
Celestia
drop
out.
Celestia
Yeah.
back to your hand.
Celestia's in my hand.
I will then move to face off against Nightmare Moon.
Okay, I will gain an action token from prepared.
Man, even playing a Scary Story there
Alright,
could have shut off the
hold
prepared
on.
too.
Spider surprise.
Okay. Fair enough.
Flips.
Flips.
He's gonna be
Fine.
fighting.
You are
He's
at
gonna fight as
5.
best
I'm
he can.
at 8. 10.
I'm at 11.
You're at 11. Okay. I will start with a
Speech,
Valiant
right?
Speech.
Yeah. Get
Okay,
3.
I can't beat that.
Okay.
GG.
All right,
GG.
there you go.
Yeah. Like, just holding all these 4 rec cards in my hand
Yeah.
was miserable when I had.
Did you go mulligan in his opening hand? I didn't see.
Gee, I'm trying to remember.
Can we rewind back just to double check? Because I am curious, as that was a difficult position to be in.
Neither of us have a cheaty problem.
This is the opener again. I think this is the hand that he kept. I can play it just to make sure.
I think you're right.
Pancake thinks for a while about his mulligan, but I think Bugle keeps this.
Yeah, I think he does. I mean, the double consolation prize against Cheese is just so strong and numerous troublemakers to set up, so I understand
I
why
think
he
I
would.
have to exchange that.
But
Okay,
the lack of
that's fair.
trouble can be
Like-
tricky. Okay, yeah, you're right. He kept this.
No,
so.
yeah, of course.
Prism Light says they'd rather be entry flooded than entry starved. I mean, there's not that much in Bugle's deck that he shouldn't have been able to play. He
Yeah.
could have played Zip. He could have played Flurry Heart. He could have played Tempest.
It's not like it's not like he went full Hithrock on his entry. He had plenty.
Sometimes it's just a little unfortunate, right? In fact, the only friend that he could not play was the one that he had in his hand.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, never go full Hithrock, says Hithrock. Never go full Hithrock 2025. Congratulations, Pancake, and a very valiant fight there, Bugle. Those were some tough matchups, and that could have gone either way. But seeing the variety of play options that farm has between the aggro farm and the control farm, and even two different types of control farm there at the end was interesting to see for sure.
For sure. So that means that Pancake is advancing to the semifinals to go up against Big Cheese, which Pancake mentioned that he's out of the frying pan into the fire to some extent. Cheese is another one of his rivals.
That's true. They have played each other quite a bit. I think Big Cheese has knocked Pancake out of some of the brackets or even the event several times.
Yeah. So there's that. Bugle, of course, is not out. He is going to be facing off against Anamoy down in the lower bracket, but he'll have a longer road to get back.
I know that road all too well. Oh, is it top 4? Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was in upper or lower bracket, but I know that's been a tough match for sure. But we will wish good luck to both of our players here. You know what? Heck of a showing, though. We hadn't seen Cheese Farm yet, and I'm really, really glad to see how it performed because that did look quite good. And then seeing some of the potential that Zip could have with the right circumstances, the right set of draw. I mean, there was just a lot of fighting going on, and between the T-Rex and the same days and the Pegasus crystals and the consolation prizes, like there's just a lot happening there. Station Hotline is an excellent answer to Purple Control, though, especially given that it has the self recursion built in. That is going to be very, very challenging for Purple Control to find a way to deal with.
Yep.
Double station attack and defense. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. If only you had 3.
If only he had 3.
But it's too late.
Hithrock says resource removal. Station Hotline can let you pay 1 to put it back in your hand if it would leave play. Resource removal isn't going to do anything if you save 1 AT.
Yeah. You need your blue resource removal.
Yes, you do. Or your pink resource. No, pink resource. Yes. Yes. If you use Silverstream and gain control of Station Hotline, you will have control over it in the moment before it falls off because it is on an illegal target, which will mean your opponent will not be able to use the replacement modifier on it.
Minutia. But fair enough.
So there's your tech play. Splash bucket. It says pink is his enemy once again. I don't remember what Big Cheese is playing, but good luck to you then, because I'm pretty sure there's pink in there somewhere.
Feels like there's probably pink in there somewhere, yeah.
There is pink in there somewhere. I know there's pink in there somewhere. I know it's in one of the lists at least, so. Prism Light says, does she work on attachments? Yeah. Wait, does that say non-attached?
Bucket?
Hold on. Choose an opposing resource. Yeah, she absolutely does work on attachments. Cheese has 0 buckets, correct. Yeah, no way she says non-attachments because summoning bell, correct. we have used that to great effect. Ban the bucket by proxy. No, Silverstream did nothing wrong. Cheese Sandwich did everything wrong. It was Cheese's fault the whole time. All right.
All right.
Well, a very entertaining series here. So thank you to both of our players. Congratulations, Pancake, for moving on. Bugle, best of luck against Animoy here. I like the decks this year. There's some cool stuff happening.
There's some super cool stuff happening. And next week, we're going to see some of the cool stuff that you brought.
I didn't bring anything cool. What are you talking about?
I think you brought some stuff. You always bring cool stuff. You and Bugle. And everybody.
We bring weird things. We will see. I am excited to see whoever commentates one of the games next week, though. There was some stuff today.
Yeah, I haven't worked out who's going to do the commentary yet. I'm going to try not to have any repeats. So, Bugle and what was our second one? I've already forgotten who did the commentary last week.
Wasn't it Cheese? Did Cheese do it?
I don't think I've done Cheese yet.
Hithrock did it.
It was Hithrock, that's right. Yeah.
Hithrock there in chat, just like lol.
So yeah, maybe I'll see if I can get Pancake or somebody maybe for next week.
There you go. Pancake, you can comment on how every minor inconvenience dealt to me was just a devastating blow, and return like for like there.
All right, well, thank you very much for everybody for coming out and being with us. Thank you very much, Grandpaws, for donating your time and providing me with commentary.
Thank you for the invite.
And yeah, next week we will be back with the last of our quarterfinal matches, Grandpaws and Instagram, and then from there on out we'll move on to the semifinals.
I'm excited. And thank you again, Cursed, for once again organizing and putting all of this on. This is obviously tremendously fun for all of us, so we all appreciate it. Thank you, Cursed.
We're still
the real winner of invitationals every year is the community.
Absolutely. And we're still in the part of the year where it's fun for me too, so that's great.
That's good.
All right, well, I think I'll wish a good night to everybody, and we'll see you in a week.
See you in a week.